Now we're going to focus on compass bearings. So here we're going to be working with numbers instead of the letters. So if you look here, the protractor is like a complete circle. We know that a circle measures 360 degrees. So half of 360 degrees would be 180, which we see here for south. Half of 180 would be 90 degrees, and it's represented by east. Half of 90 would be 45, and it's represented by northeast. Half of 45 now would be 22.5, which is represented by northeast. So we can now say that each of these direction points, they increase by 22.5. And if we realize over to the right here, everything goes up to 180 degrees. But over to the left now, it exceeds 180 degrees. Let's look at the steps. So the first thing, it's similar to compass direction. The only thing is that you'll be using a protractor now to assist you with getting the numbers. So the first rule is that once you use a protractor, and of course it should be shaped like a capital D, whether to the left or to the right, right? So once the protractor is facing the right, so if the line extends to the right, you leave your answer as it is. However, if your answer extends or your line extends over to the left, you're going to add 180 to your answer. Let's look at an example. So it says, find the bearing, should be bearings, of C from D. Again, we apply the rules with direction. We connect both lines, and then in this case it says from D. So you're going to place your compass at D. Now we have two ways in which a protractor can be set on this line. It's either option 1 or option 2. Now you're going to look at the line to see where the line is. If the line is extending to the right, then it means that your protractor is going to be facing the direction used by option 1, which would be this option here. So let's apply the principle now. So you're going to put your protractor now on the point, you match it up just like that, right? And then now you read your direction. So if you look at this, we can see that the line has passed through. This would be 70 that comes up, and again you read the outer part of the compass. The outer numbers would be the ones that you read. So this looks like 70 degrees. So in this case, our answer here would be 70 degrees. And remember, the protractor is facing to the right. If it's to the right, you leave the answer as it is. Alright? Next, find the bearing of A from B. So again, we match up with the line. We place our compass at B because it says from B, the second point. And look now, the line is now extending to the right, to the left, sorry. So are we going to use option 1 or option 2? In this case, option 2, because the protractor is facing to the left, right? So let's now put our protractor and get our bearing. So if we match it up there, we should have something like this, and it passes through 132, right? So in this case, we would get 132, but is this the final answer? It's over to the left. Once it's over to the left, you're going to add 180 to your answer. So in this case, we're going to get 312 degrees, right? And if you realize that direction is going up close to north, so of course it's going to be a large sum. And then now you can use this to help you to determine the exact direction of place.